Hey y'all, this is Dragon King 95 coming out y'all with a new deck that I've started to build. I've started to play around with the idea because it's pretty fun. I gave up on my offering gadgets because like with the new September ban list, it Ultimate Offering getting limited. It's not so consistent anymore. And plus getting the gear geos for them or I don't know, it's not really worth it. So but this deck, it's a little, in my opinion, it would have been it's cheaper to make this one than to have gotten all the cards for the other one. But anyways, yeah, this is a Destiny Hero deck that I decided to pick up from one of my friends and help make it better. Well, I bought it off of him to because he didn't really know what to do with it because he was at a stalemate with it. So yeah, I helped. I took it off his hands to make it better. So yeah, so let's start. Monsters, double Dark Gruffer. This is an Ultra, this is a Super. Triple, Deep Sea Diva. I don't know, I might run double instead, but, we'll see how that goes. So yeah. I might do that, Ice Edge, the Elemental here, Ice Edge, just to have, well, I'll get into the deck later. But yeah. One Dasher. Yeah, I mainly use him for his second effect. Yeah, so most of the time I'll pitch him to grave. Double Defender, just because he's a good defense, and people say, "Oh, what about the drawing? Your opponent drawing the backdrop." Most of the time, whenever he survives that turn, I'll just bring out another level 4, and overlay into like if it's another warrior, then which mostly all of them are warriors. Will be Blade Armor Ninja or Heroic Excalibur. Mm, Double Diamond, dude. I love his effect, so yeah. That he's one of the main reasons why I wanted to pick up the Destiny Heroes. Double Doomlord. He's um he's a weaker Chaos Sorcerer or BLS. I don't know, I might pick up the a Chaos Sorcerer and a BLS instead of this guy, but for now, stick with him because he's a pretty good card in all of those in and of himself. And just to keep the Destiny Hero theme going with it. Um, double Destiny Hero Malicious. This is a secret. This is super. Double Veiler. As you can see, this is super. This is rare. Yeah, I actually like the rare one better because you can see more detail into the picture. So yeah. I'm playing around with him. I took out a Dasher for him just to play around with the idea. I'll probably replace whenever I get a Stratos. I'm gonna replace it with him with it. Yeah. Gores obviously. I don't know. I seem to run Gores in all my decks. Well, whatever. He's a good card. And then Plague Spreader Zombie, cause pitch him with Dark Gruffer and then special or use it. Have a normal spell on my hand. Use his effect whenever he's in grave. Return to the top. Special. Use Diamond Dude's effect, and then so on and so forth. Yeah. Okay. Lure of Darkness for my spells. Super. Dark Hole. Staple. Double Destiny Draw. Both secret. Yeah. Oh, but the format changed it to 3. I really don't think that 3 is all that good, in my opinion, because I don't really want the deck thinning out so fast. Because this deck really does thin itself out with everything. But yeah, so I'll just keep it at 2. Maybe I'll play around with 3, but for now it's gonna be 2. Heavy Lightning Vortex, just because his Lightning Vortex effect will, with Diamond Dude, I won't have to pitch a card. just because. I'm probably gonna replace it with something else. But yeah, maybe a second Miracle Fusion. I only got one for right now because the only real targets that I have until I get the Elemental Heroes, like the Aliases and the Ice Edge and the Stratos, are Abzi. So for now, yeah. Yeah. So Miracle Fusion. I'm gonna pick up most of the other stuff later on this week. Monster Reborn, Back Row Hate, double MST. Pot of Avarice, just because. Double Duality. I might another, replace this for another D-Draw, but we'll see. I don't know. Obviously you gotta run the Rhoda, and then double Warrior Returning Alive. I'm not gonna keep these in the deck for very long, but for now it's pretty good. Yeah. Trap cards, not that many. Just one bottomless. I'm gonna get another later. 2 CEDs, compulsory evacuation devices. Just because. Oh, why don't you run warning? Because I don't feel like paying life points. Double Mirror Force, just to put a hoe factor in there, Gotta douche some people. And then double Sakuratsu, which whenever I get 2 more D prisons, I'll throw them in. I used the D prisons from my offering gadgets, and I threw them into my psychics. So yeah, I'll do a deck profile on my psychics later. But yeah, so there's that. Extra deck, double Abz, absolute zero. Elemental Hero Gaia. I'll probably side him instead because as you can see, the deck doesn't really have that many Earth or any Earth monsters. So the only thing I would be able to pull off is a Super Poly. I do have one, and I'm picking up a second one on Thursday or Friday. So yeah. Elemental Hero Great Tornado. Just yeah. Double Shining. Because later I'll have light targets whenever I'm through with the deck build. So yeah, he's fun. Dark End Dragon, which he's pretty consistent to bring out with Malicious and a Diva or Malicious and Flag Spreader. So yeah. Colossal Fighter, just because like most of the cards in here are warriors, so might as well throw him in too, right? Whenever I get a Stardust, I'll probably swap him out for some. Gaia Knight, Force of Earth, basically because he's the only good 6 synchro. I know people say Orient would be better choice, but I don't know. In my opinion, people don't really synchro that much. They'll most likely overlay for things. So Orient would just be a 23 beat stick, I think. The 23. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I'd rather use raw attack power than an effect that would probably do. Scrap Dragon, or Scarp Dargon as my friend calls it. I traded my ulti Scrap Dragon for this one and $10 just because I needed $10 at the time, and I really don't care about rarity. So yeah. Yeah, this one is the one from the 10. Void Ogre Dragon. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's a really fun card to use. I can bring him out most 2 out of every 4 duels, so about 50% of the time. He's really fun to use. He's like a Shein 3000 beat stick Shein, and since most of the time I won't really have a hand, he's really good. So I can use him. He's 3000. So yeah. Obvious warrior deck staples: Blade Armor Ninja and Heroic Champion Excalibur. Yes. And then Maestroke the Symphonic Djinn. Yeah, I know the extra deck because he's the last one. The extra deck is only 14 and the reason it is because of that is I'm gonna throw in a Utopia. So yeah. Well, that's all for the thing. I'll do another deck profile on this, or another deck update on this deck whenever I'm maybe later on during the week, whenever I pick up everything else. So yeah, um, maybe in the next coming up months, I'm gonna start trying to do a show. Most of the cost is coming out of my pocket, so that's why it's gonna take a while because I have to save up money.